Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your daily horoscope for 13th August 2021, which is a Friday. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes, weekly video horoscopes, and monthly sun rising sign horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel. And I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. So let's talk about what's happening in the astrology today. And the first thing that I will mention is that the moon here at 24 degrees of Libra is going to square Pluto retrograde. Now this is a 90-degree angle, and this is happening at about 7 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. India time Friday. Okay, so what does this aspect mean? It means that the moon, our emotions, right, our inner heart and soul, is in friction, is in conflict with Pluto. And Pluto is the planet of transformation. It's the planet of catharsis. It's the planet of healing and regeneration. So at this point, we are asked to make some changes. We're asked to make some emotional changes so that we can transform, so that we can heal. And that healing process may require us to have a cathartic moment, right? And that might feel stressful. So this is a transformation that to our emotions that might feel a little stressful, and it's not the easiest energy because Pluto is not the easiest energy, right? It's transformation, it's catharsis, it's healing, it's the ending of something, it's the beginning of something. And to make a change, a 90-degree angle with Pluto, it usually feels difficult, right? So this is a moment where we might feel stressed, but we are required to transform, heal, or simply release something connected to our emotions. And the moon in Libra is about relationships. It's about finding balance. So it could be that we are releasing an emotion connected to a relationship, and this could be a marriage, this could be a legal relationship, this could also be a business partnership. It's not necessary that it's a relationship, but it's likely that it is connected to a relationship. And that's the energy, right? That's the energy. And then the next important aspect happens at about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So this is 2 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 2 a.m. India time, Friday night, technically Saturday morning, right? And what's happening here? What's happening here is that the moon here is in a trine, a positive aspect, a 120-degree aspect with Jupiter. And the moon, as we know, is our emotions, it's our heart and soul. And Jupiter is the most benefic planet. It is the planet of gifts and blessings and healing and even lessons, right? So at this point here, what's happening? Yes, this is definitely a feel-good energy when it comes to our emotions and emotions connected to legal relationships, marriage, spouse, business partnerships, legal issues, all those things. It could also be a positive emotional moment connected to something artistic because it's in the sign of Libra, something aesthetic, art, music, all those things as well. But I think this ties into something that happened around April 29th or so, because Jupiter here is retrograde, right? And what does that mean? It means that it is covering area that it's already covered before. So it covered 28 degrees of Aquarius. It's at 28 degrees of Aquarius. And now it's moving back. It's covering those degrees again. And then it will move forward for the last time. So this point, 28 degrees, will be covered 3 times. And the first time Jupiter went over this spot was around 28, 29th April. So think of your life back then. Maybe something positive is happening connected to that, but this process is not complete yet. Why? Because Jupiter will go over this spot once more. So this is the second step, this is the second pass, and it's making us feel good with the trine to the moon, right? So that's 2 p.m. Pacific time, about 2 a.m. India time, Friday night, Saturday morning, right? So now moving on. The next important thing happens at about 6 p.m. Pacific time, and it's that the moon here has changed signs. So this is 6 p.m. Pacific time, Friday evening, which makes it 6 a.m., 7 a.m. India time, Saturday morning, and the moon has changed signs. And those of you who watch me regularly know that the moon changes signs about every 2.5 days. And when it does, the energy in our life, the focus in our life shifts in very subtle ways, but it does shift. And the moon in Libra for the past 2.5 days, up until 6 p.m. Pacific time, 6 a.m. India time, Saturday morning, was about finding balance, was about focusing on relationships. Legal relationships was about legal issues, was about artistic things, indulging in some art or creating something aesthetic, things like that. But now in Scorpio, the moon's entered the sign of Scorpio, and in Scorpio, what happens? We find the truth. We dig deep. We think about hidden things. We transform. We heal. Right? Scorpio is the sign ruled by Pluto. So Scorpio is everything represented by Pluto in a way. It is catharsis, it is healing, it is regeneration, it's the end of something, it's the beginning of something, it's all hidden things, it's all taboo things, it's occult things, but the very gist of it is digging deep and finding the truth. That's what Scorpio does best, right? You cannot lie to a Scorpio. Scorpio will find out. Scorpio knows how to find the truth. And the moon in Scorpio is about that. Whether it's the truth about our emotions, whether it's the truth about something we're going through, it's the truth. That's what Scorpio is all about, the truth. However, I do want to mention that the moon does not like to be in Scorpio, right? Because the moon loves the sign of Cancer, which is about nourishment, which is about self-care. It's not about digging deep into your emotions and finding the truth. That's a stressful process. So the moon does not like to be in Scorpio. So these 2.5 days might not feel the best because it's about finding the truth. It's about finding our deepest emotions. It's about transforming. It's about ending. But the positive of the moon in Scorpio is that it can bring healing, because when we discover the root of something, when we discover the answer, right, when we find the truth, that itself is healing, that itself is cathartic, that itself is transformatory. So that's the energy for the next 2.5 days, finding out the truth, digging deep into our emotions, healing, ending, beginning things, transforming things, all connected to our deepest emotions, our inner truth. And at night, which is technically tomorrow, August 14th, but I'm going to speak about it today because it's going to happen about 1 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Saturday, India time. And what's happening here? The moon is going to, the moon is going to sextile Mercury, right? Mercury is here and the moon is here. They're in a sextile, a 60-degree angle, and that is positive in astrology. So what's happening here? The moon, which is our emotions, is in sync with Mercury, which is our mind. So there is an emotional and mental, what we are feeling is what we are thinking logically also. There's no dichotomy between our mind and our heart. They're in sync right now. And this could also be that we feel positive about something connected to Mercury things, something connected to perhaps social media. Mercury is social media. Something connected to our environment is making us feel good. Or it could be something connected to our health or job or routine or habits. Something is making us feel good because they're in a sextile. Or it could just be simply that as the moon has entered the sign of Scorpio, which is about finding the truth, which is about transforming, healing, ending something, we do that and then our mind says, okay, that made logical sense. Now I have transformed my emotions and now I feel at peace. So all these processes are subtle and subconscious, and it could be about any one of these things for you, right? But it is a positive energy, whatever it is. So that's pretty much the energy for the day. Now I will sum up this energy very briefly. So the morning starts off slightly stressful with the Moon Pluto square, which will require us to transform emotionally. Then there is a positive aspect at about 2 p.m. Pacific time with the trine to Jupiter, something from April 29th, making us feel good, something positive about that. And then the Moon is going to change signs, leading to a shift in energy, which is about finding truth, which is about digging deep and transforming, healing, and ending. And towards midnight, Moon is going to sextile Mercury, which is feeling good about Mercury things, diet, habits, routine, health, job, etc., or just feeling in sync mentally and emotionally. And I do want to mention that Mercury here is going to conjunct Mars soon. We are going to see Venus change signs by Monday. It's going to enter the sign of Libra, which it rules, so that's a great thing. And we will also see Mars trine Uranus. It squared Uranus, I believe, in the month of June, which was stressful, but now it's going to trine it. And we also have the last quarter square of the Moon starting on Sunday. So I just thought I'd mention all these things. And now I will talk about the undercurrent energies of 2021. Now these are things that we deal with on a daily basis. And I mention this in every video because yes, energies do change day to day, moment to moment. But we must not lose sight of the bigger picture. Now these themes give us the bigger picture, right? And that's why they're important. And I'll keep it very quick. The first theme of 2021 is because of the Saturn-Uranus square, which is happening after 21 years, so a long time. And this energy is asking us to change. It's asking us to get rid of the old that doesn't serve us, embrace the new, and embrace our unique, authentic self. Right? And since these planets are in a square, a 90-degree angle, the transformation, the change might feel difficult. But it's going to happen, right? Because the energy is demanding it. And the next important thing I will talk about is that in 2021, we are laying the foundation, right? We are building 2 new cycles that started in the year of 2020. And these are long-term cycles. They are not short-term, they're long-term. And the first cycle is of 20 years. Now, this cycle started in December of 2020 with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, and they met up after 20 years. So this new 20-year cycle that started in December of 2020 will be with us till 2040, and 2021, we are going to set the base for it, even 2022, but I'm just going to focus on 2021. And the second thing we are setting the foundation for is another cycle that started in Jan of 2020 with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. These planets met up after 38 years and ended a cycle that started in 1982 and began a new one that will stay with us till 2053. And we are building that in 2021 as well. I'm not going to talk about 2022 because let's just focus on 2021 right now. Okay, so that's the basis of the big picture of 2021. Change, finding our unique, authentic self, and setting the foundation for 2 new cycles that will be with us till 2040 and 2053. So that's all for today. I will pick a card, and I think I'm going to go with the lesson card today, and then I will close out the reading. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Let's go with the top. It says freedom, right? And it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And I think 2021 is about that, right? It's about finding our unique self. And once we find our unique, authentic self, there's freedom in that, right? And we are free to do that. And the energy is demanding that we do that. Find our unique, authentic self so that we can be happy. So that's the lesson for today, that freedom lies in the power and the free will to create your own happiness. And I'm going to digress a little bit for a moment. Uranus is about freedom. Uranus-Saturn square is about freedom, right? So something to think about. And I hope you guys enjoyed this daily horoscope, and I will see you tomorrow for the weekend horoscope. Have a great Friday. Bye.